Alright, sorry about the delay, everyone. Ran into some technical problems with my microphone setup. A bit weird, you know, you use something the same way for 2 years and then all of a sudden OBS doesn't know where your microphone is. So the new update is here. I watched the video. Looks like we get some slight spoilers on the screen here for the, I believe they called this the weather station up at the top. I'm not going to go into the new regions today. Today is about misery mode, of course. So while we wait for people to filter in, I'm just going to do a little bit of testing. I want to see, okay, so no feats, of course. Most minimal resources, already harsh. So I think they said in the video that you start out with the world colder. I don't know if it continues to get more cold after that. You get these afflictions over time. I don't think we know too much about those. And no feats. Now, I don't see any information about cheat death, so I want to see whether cheat death applies in here. Oh, also, apparently you always start in the same place, which is pretty amusing. So this will just be a quick test. I want to see what happens when we die. Do we get the cheat death options, or are those only for the other modes? Okay, so apparently you always start here. This looks like Draft Dodgers, except Draft Dodgers has burned down. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there will be fewer houses as well? Unless I'm completely confused. Let's just run over here. I'm gonna make sure I know where I am, and then we'll take a dive off the cliff. Or maybe we'll get killed by a wolf here. I'm kind of curious to see how the whole thing works. My main interest in cheat death, of course, is for the, let's see a wolf. Is for the extra options to make the game harder.
Think of fire. Think of hot fire. Yeah.
Feels like -14. Doesn't, around noon. Honestly, doesn't seem that much colder. Maybe it's like 5 degrees colder. Definitely not more than 10 degrees colder than a normal playthrough. I could see it being either 5 or 10 or somewhere in between. So my guess is it starts at 5 or 10 and then goes down to 25 or 30. Compared to the 0 and 20 from the normal setup. We get an icon on the... Oh, it got a lot colder now. We get an icon on the save screen. How do I look at this? There we go. Just a guy huddled with his pack.
My fingers feel numb.
Alright, I kind of wish I had chosen a different way to off myself here, but we're committed now. I wonder if the basement is up here. So no draft dodgers. I guess I'll check the basement since we're here. But I want to go into this mostly blind, you know, we'll just play it and see how it goes. Depending on how hard it looks like it's going to be.
Oh, so cold.
I don't know if I'll use the cheat death stuff or not. Okay, so this is the other thing. The colder temperatures don't apply to inside. So this is one of the things that I wish they would add to make the game actually harder, because I'm afraid... I don't know. I don't want to prejudge. I'm just slightly afraid that they probably didn't do much. Like it's probably not going to be harder than Nogoa, or at least not much. But yeah, I really should avoid prejudging. Not really fair.
I'm so cold, I'm warming up a bit.
Alright, can I find a good spot to take a dive off of here? It looks like we might have to do this in stages. Probably go over to where the rope climb is. This is probably good enough. Okay, let's get a running start. I'm sure I can make it. Go! That's probably far enough. That looks really far. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Now maybe they have... Okay, so they just end it. So I think we're going to assume that cheat death just doesn't apply to misery mode at all. They didn't say that in the video. Maybe it doesn't apply to a death like that. Like maybe there are other deaths. No, because they specifically mentioned that they wanted it to fix issues where things happen that you're not expecting. So I would think like if you're walking along a bridge and you glitch through something. Okay, well that makes this really easy. We don't have to worry about the cheat death at all. So we can just do normal. Hey Panthera, yeah, that's right. I do YouTube only. I actually do mostly just YouTube videos. But I've been doing some streaming lately, and I want to stream and attempt at this. The heck was that? Did you guys hear that? Alright, let's get into the real game now. Okay, so we're gonna do misery. There's not really anything to set up. We just get straight into the game. So this is real misery. Okay, so since the temperature drain doesn't seem too bad from the start of this, I think what we should probably do is just do a basic early interloper rushing strategy. So based on this spawn point, I probably want to just go grab the clothes from the plane crash. And we'll grab tea ingredients and sticks and stuff. Let's go grab all of this. I don't even know how much of this I'll need. We probably get like just normal interloper healing. At least until later in the game. So the teas may not even be that important. Actually, I just realized we could do kind of a crazy start here. It just goes straight into Timberwolf after this. Okay, just like before, we can't get up there, so we have to go around this way. So I don't think I need matches before the Mountaineer's hut. It looks like you get the same spawn, too. Like, they spawn you with the same weather.
Jesus, this is cold.
Maybe that's random chance. Based on this start, though, it looks like you could almost pull off a perfect health version of this run. Because I didn't have to go here. I could have gone to... The barn is probably the closest. You just run straight to the barn. You could probably get inside and stay warm that way. And then run to Thompson's and get the matches. Something like that. But yeah, until I actually know what the afflictions are, I think we'll just treat this as kind of a standard run. Maybe I'll use starvation and just, like, kind of pass time to find out. Yeah, like, we could just do a basic setup here. Get some clothes and food, and then, just starve in place and hibernate to get to the later part of the game and see what the afflictions actually are. This might be a good barometer for how much they've changed loot
I think I can use this.
here, because I'd say on average you get about 2 to 6 really strong items here. It varies quite a bit, but if we get none or if we get a lot, then that'll probably tell us something. We can assume that the prepper caches are empty, just like Interloper. There's a lot of suitcases here. Now, somebody was pointing out that you almost never find clothes in the overhead bins. So, I'm going to see if that's true.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
It does seem like you find a lot less compared to the body over here, compared to the suitcases. I guess one big downside with this plan is we're going to be stuck in these cold, harder regions for a long time. Also, imagine they've changed the guaranteed matches. Yeah, so we're really not getting anything from these overhead lockers. Alright, current temperature, -14. Those clothes aren't going to make a difference, and I didn't get any outer gloves, so we'll just deal with all that later.
Hope nobody needs this
Oh,
anymore.
there we go. I guess I'll throw some of this stuff on. Okay, anybody home? Don't see anybody. Let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Just go straight to Timberwolf. Oh yeah, there's also the problem of the hacksaw. We'll see if the loot tables are at all similar. Imagine if we found the bedroll in here. Like on one loot table, and on that loot table it's like a 1 in 3 chance. So, only a 1/12 chance. Wait, am I in the right place? Yeah, I think this is right, over the hill here. Okay, so we could go into Misty Falls for some coal, a chance at another bedroll, a cup of coffee. Could just extend the extreme version of this. Alright, let's get inside. Ooh, I guess I need to be aware that they could have removed any of these at any point, basically. Some of this stuff could just not be there. So these places where I think I'm going to have a safe place to stay may end up surprising me. That was probably their reasoning behind having you spawn right next to draft dodgers. Because that's like a notable place where you can see, okay, this house does not exist on this mode. This would be a little bit unfair if you made it like a week into the game and then suddenly found out that the map wasn't as reliable as you thought. So I actually appreciate quite a bit that they did that. It's a nice touch. Okay, nothing on there. Oh, I'm cold right now. Let's see. Did I put all my clothes on? We got a 35%. Those are better. 0.7, 0.4. Okay, so that's everything that's good. And we currently feel like 0. So let's just sleep for like 2 hours here. I might actually sleep for longer than that. Looks like we're just going to have to make the trip cold. I'm not going to gain enough temperature in here. Now, what I'm doing here might turn out to be a really, really bad idea. Depending on what they did with the matches. Hey Shiv, welcome in. This is my, I guess technically my second attempt. The first one I just wanted to see if the cheat death worked in this, so I jumped off a cliff, and it apparently you can't use the cheat death at all. So misery mode is still permadeath for those who want that. I'm thinking about sleeping, but the weather's probably not going to get much better than this. I think we just go now and accept some more cold damage. Not even that cold right now. Alright, let's just do it. Take a slight shortcut up here. Gotta run this so we don't get a sprain before grabbing the rope. I was actually excited for cheat death in combination with this because I was planning to just spawn into the mode and die 3 times for the extra penalties and then just play it as a normal permadeath but harder. But it doesn't really matter that much. I'm fine with it this way. Okay, so time to take some more cold damage. Hey, Interloper, welcome in. -6. Okay, now we're cold again.
It's goddamn freezing.
And yeah, my frostbite risk is pretty much non-existent. It probably won't even go up in this fog. Grab a couple of stones. Imagine they changed the location of all the stuff like the technical pack. Like all the rare or one-spot items. They changed all of that for this mode. It's really hard to say. I'm actually missing Frankie quite a bit. I need to do a little bit of experimentation with this mode to see what it's going to be like. And then, unfortunately I got sick. I had, sort of a real-life misery mode, last week, so I'm way behind on the no-go tails thing. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I mean, I can just continue it as normal, but it's gonna be a while before we get to the third tail and the third map at this point. Is that a piece of firewood? No. Alright, well I guess I'll grab these while I'm here. Oh, you know what? We might be able to get birch bark here. I guess there's nothing saying you couldn't use birch bark in this mode. This is the moose spot. This is a pretty dangerous spot to be running around right now. Don't hear a moose. Okay, this is enough to make a tea, so we can check that out at our fire. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think just normal healing is on, so there's probably no reason why the birch tea wouldn't be on. I do think we're probably going to see a no healing as the last affliction. Because he said in the update video, he said something about, like, at the very end, you just eventually will die. So I think that's probably just, like, no health regen of any kind from that point. So, like, no healing from foods, no healing from teas, no healing from stims, that sort of thing. I would guess is what that means. Alright, let's go get inside and see what we're looking at as far as matches. This isn't necessarily a death sentence if they removed the matches here, but we do have matches. It's actually 8 degrees in here. What? It's crazy warm. Okay, well, we got all the matches we need now. That takes care of our frostbite as well. Unfortunately, we just got another vest here. Let's just find the best vest, and looks like this is by far the best. Trying to think if I actually want those leather shoes. The extra shoes. What can I use leather for? I guess eventual boot repairs if I find some decent boots. Oh, we got the magnifying lens. That's cool. We won't really know about the loot tables until we verify the hacksaw and stuff. Trying to decide what to do here. I could... I don't have any... Oh, I have the soda now. I think I'm going to be really greedy. And just, well, if I sleep for an hour... The thing is I don't have a bedroll. So I actually have to be a little bit careful about where I go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is sleep for 1 hour to warm up a little bit. Then we'll go up to the, go up to the other potential hacksaw spawn point, and then come back down here to spend the night. Probably. We'll see. 6 degrees in here. -8 out here. There's a rope there. Okay. Can hit the fishing hut on the way back, but I guess there's a chance I don't come back this way. Oh, we can sleep in the prepper's cache too. A lot of things to get to. Yeah, I don't usually know too much about exactly what loot table I'm on. The one exception to that is the hacksaws in Timberwolf Mountain. I know there's always one except for loot table, I think it's 3. And you can identify that loot table. There's the bear over there. You can identify it by where there's a storm lantern. So if we're actually on that loot table, then we'll... I don't know what we'll do. But we're probably not. We're probably fine. Ooh, nice. Woltuk. I guess I'll just pick that up to get rid of it. I wonder, should we do starvation? Probably not, right? Like, well, maybe if I want to do the thing where I accelerate to see what the afflictions are. Oh man, I kind of want to scare that wolf off. I wonder if they changed the wolf AI. That's a lot of meat. This is not necessary at all, but come on, wolf. Look here. Hello? Get out of here. Yeah, so he does seem to be scared off by that. Only 4 kilos left. I might grab that with the hacksaw when I come back. It's currently late-ish. Here's the bear. They don't actually have any torches or flares on me, so I should be slightly careful here. I could see them having changed the wolf behavior for this mode, but not going to make any assumptions. Okay, looks like we skirted him pretty easily. Oh, that could be it. Yeah, I would imagine that some of them could affect the way that the wildlife chooses to interact with you. I'm really surprised at how warm we are. One of the things they mentioned in the video is that you just start off with a colder temperature up front, and I was initially imagining that would be like at least -10, but I think it's only -5, because it really seems to be hardly noticeable. Like, I'm still fairly warm on day 1. Now, I did get that clothing from the plane crash, but I mean, all experienced Loper players are going to go to that plane crash to
Sure getting cold.
get clothing on the first day, I think. really don't want to be surprised by a wolf here. Should be some just over this hill, I think. What were you saying probably only affects
I'm freezing.
the zone where you spawn? Oh, the temperature thing? Oh, that could be... Yeah, I could see that being an issue. We'll have to do some experiments. Okay, so there's no hacksaw here, so that means it's going to be at the summit if it's not at, if we establish that it's in this zone. And this is, of course, assuming that the loot tables actually work the way we think they do. Now, do I just want to go down here? Where do we want to go from here, is the question. Let's go down. Hopefully I can find a safe way to do this. I think in the interest of time, I'm just gonna start a fire someplace along the way. And then we'll just go straight to Homesteaders. Did I find some accelerant? I did not. So I don't have that quick fire start available to me. The wolf jumps on me. You know, it's really warm right now. I really should get warmed up and then travel. I think I'm just going to grab some more birch bark on the way over. And then that way we'll have something to do at the fire.
All I can think about is food.
Okay, so here's the birch bark. Don't see any wolves yet. There's a deer. There's a wolf in the distance. We'll see the moose around here either. Oh yeah, we know the moose spawn is at the other location. Don't have a hacksaw, so I'm not going to bother harvesting any of these deer that I come across. Okay, so no lantern here. That's good. That means we're not on loot table 3, which means that we should have a hacksaw somewhere. Since we already checked the other 2 locations, it should be at the summit. Making a big assumption here, of course. No, I do not. So I'm doing something a little crazy. I didn't really do anything in Pleasant Valley. I basically went up to the plane crash and grabbed the clothes, and then I left the region. So I didn't even get matches there. This is the first fire that I'm going to make right now. Do I have a book? I think I found a book, right? Yeah, let's do that for an 80% chance. Don't care about fishing skill. I did get some decent clothes from the plane crash. But they look like, you know, relatively standard Loper loot, like maybe slightly less than average, but that's probably just RNG, I would guess. Okay, let's see what temperature it is. We need quite a bit of fuel on here, so let's throw a bunch of these sticks I've been carrying around. Okay, let's get some water on here.
I would drink almost anything about now.
And I'm going to use these pretty liberally, I think. I haven't really thought about it too much. I will probably sleep at, if the weather cooperates tonight, I'll probably sleep at Homesteaders Respite in Ash Canyon. Okay, we have a little bit of time left. Let's go ahead and craft some reishi as well. Guess I'll do rose hips too.
I'd eat anything right about now.
You know, I'm thinking about what you're saying, and I was going to go to Ash Canyon. I need to make more birch bark, not that. Let's heat this up too. Maybe I should go straight up to the summit. Could go sleep at the prepper cache. I don't know. I wanted to go get the technical pack. But going through Ash Canyon without the hacksaw sounds kind of annoying. Maybe I should just go straight up to the summit. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? It'll probably be a very unusual route for people to take on this mode. Yeah, Lopside, I'm planning to, I'm planning to kind of get established a little bit here and then maybe accelerate through some days so that I can get to some of the afflictions, but I think it's still going to take some time. Alright, I think I would just want to move now. Yeah, the nice thing about going straight to the summit is I can get all those coffees and teas and have access to the sleep healing.
I need some water.
Okay, so that's good enough then. Let's grab these. Let's go ahead and eat the soup now, even though it's a little bit of a waste. So I'll take the high ground route here.
I just need to close my eyes.
The one thing is I don't have any cloth on me. So if I make a mistake and do need a snow shelter, it might be a little bit painful. The nice thing about going into Ash Canyon is you can get cloth from the curtains in Homesteaders and at Miner's Folly. Where am I? Oh, that's the forest cave there. Okay, so we came a bit too far. Just go up this way. I'll find my way to the tree trunk. You know, I'm thinking about it now. if I go to the summit and get the stuff there, and then we run to like Mystery Lake and Milton to get a bunch of clothing and food, then I could just kind of hibernate in place for 20 or 30 days, and that way we can find out what all the afflictions are. I don't need the technical backpack, so we could just skip Ash Canyon completely. What in the world did I just do? My fire was right there the whole time. I just walked in a big loop. Was I that confused about where I was? Oh my goodness. I started my fire. I thought my fire was over there at the path down. But no, it was over here near the tree trunk across. Okay, that was bad.
Need water.
Just walked in a giant loop. Alright, let's go and drink this tea because I need the water anyway. Now's when we find out if they changed healing for this mode. As I have lost a lot of health by playing pretty fast and loose here. Alright, I think we're pretty committed to this early summit strategy, so I'm going to skip all that stuff up there. Just go sleep at the prepper cache, and then I gotta think about the best way to summit from there. I might want to go ahead and prep cloth for a snow shelter in advance, just in case I get bad weather or mess something up. I might get a spray in here. I can't run to get to flat ground. Okay, I'm imagining this tree marks the location. Yeah, it's right here. I don't really... I think the fears of the summit loot getting messed up over time are kind of overblown. I think there's just not very much of it, so when you get there and there's not much, you might feel like it's been partially ruined. But I don't think it's really had much done to it. Alright, let me see how we're doing on food. Are we going to do any starvation at all in the start of this? We might. Let's just eat a few cattails, enough that I can spend the night here. Oops. Definitely messed that one up. Alright, first thing we're going to do is go make some water. At least I still have my torch going. Imagine I forgot my can.
Why didn't that work?
Because of probability. Sometimes we get unlucky, Astrid. And it feels so weird to be back in the game. I haven't
Come
played
on,
at all
fire.
in the last 2 weeks, I think, and I don't know, just it almost
Oh,
feels like
yeah.
just a normal
That's a good one.
Loper run at this point. You start with this one can, and you have to somehow get enough water out of that. Alright, well let's just do these. I can take a look at my clothing and harvest all that too. Found a sewing kit too. Uh-oh, comes the wind. Let's see if we can make any more. Might be able to nurse this for a little bit. Seeing if there's a clever little sheltered spot here. That doesn't look like it's gonna keep going, so I'm gonna start one here. Really wish I had a second can.
Come on, little fire.
I love her frustrated sigh. Hey Lamp, going pretty well. So
Come on, little fire. Come on.
I'm kind of doing something crazy here. I'm just trying to quickly rush through everything. So we're basically going straight to the summit. Mainly the things that are slowing me down right now are just early game homework, like making sure you have enough water. You know what I just realized? Are those sticks adding less time to the fire? Is that possibly a change? 52 minutes. It's an hour and 52. No, it probably wasn't changed. Probably just my imagination. I don't know if I can move this to the other fire and keep the water going. So I think we might just see if it finishes naturally. Alright, what other chores did we have to do? We could make some tinder. I think we probably have enough. Yeah, we have 10 cattail heads. Nothing else crafting-wise. Let's take a look at clothing. Yeah, I know it works with meat. I'm just not sure if it'll work with water. Looks like we got it finished anyway. Actually, we can use that to make this easier, though. Alright, let's harvest this. And I might just go ahead and harvest that hat because it's basically useless. I'm not going to repair it. Since we have the wool toque. Yeah, let's do that. It's 3 pieces of cloth, and if I end up needing a snow shelter, I can craft some more. And just throw away some socks or something. Yeah, we're not quite as warm here. It's okay. Thank you, though. I can see why you would panic. Because I'm spending a lot of time at it. I did consider that. Okay, let's finish this up. How much water do I have? I really should probably make this until... I need to sleep, though, is the thing. An hour and 15 minutes. That's way too long.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
This is kind of junk. Just gonna go ahead and do this now. And let's make one more, and that'll be enough. Anything else to work on? I'm not going to make any improvised wraps. Oh, I should make one set of bandages. That could get me out of a tight spot. I'm getting cold again. Getting even colder. I'm going to be off to such a late start in the morning. Oh, what I can do is I can set this up to boil one final thing of water while I'm sleeping. So I'll do that. Get the timer right on it. It needs basically just under an hour. So let's finish this up. I'm not going to worry about finding something to do for this. Let's grab that. Get another batch of water going. Need 40 minutes. So that's good. Go inside. I burned through a ton of those calories. Okay, just put this out. Temperature in here is 1 degree.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Food. Here we go. Alright, so now we find out if they did anything with the healing on this mode. I'm imagining that the healing will be the same as Interloper. What was that? Oh, we already have a thing. Okay, so diminished form. That was fast. I wonder if that's just after you survive 24 hours, they immediately give you that.
I need to find food.
Less stamina, less carrying capacity. Wolves are less likely to flee during a struggle. Okay. Carrying capacity goes down, by a full 5 kilos. Okay. And we have less... Ooh, did it say less stamina? Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, so, it sounds like there's a blizzard outside. Go take a peek. I need to get some more sleep. So, this is fine. The funny thing about this is it's making me seriously consider whether the proper strategy is just to immediately summit in the first 24 hours so that you don't have to deal with the reduced stamina for the climbs. Okay, so let's get fully rested and then we'll think about what else we need to do. I think probably gonna find plenty of food. Let's just keep eating for now. The reduced stamina shouldn't affect the climbs too much because I'll be able to take breaks for most of these. An official rerun of day 1 level 5 cooking. What do you mean, like doing it on this mode? I don't know if it works anymore though, because you have to really cheese the new harvesting to do the micro harvesting. All right, let's go and get fully rested here. Hopefully this blizzard will clear out. All right, sounds like it might have decided to leave. Yeah, okay, let's just go. I don't actually know. Okay, I have my can on me. Alright, I go right down here and the shortcut up is right here. Now there's a chance that I could get some additional items on the way, but I think I just need to go straight up because stamina is going to be tight, and I really don't want to have to make a snow shelter. I also really don't want to have to use my bandages. Okay, so we're going to use some shortcuts here. I'm not going to do any running. Looks like we healed a lot overnight. And I'm going to have herbal tea from the summit after this, so... Yeah, I feel like I gained more health than I was expecting. Alright, where even is this shortcut? It's not over here, is it? You start over here, I think. I haven't done this in a while. I think last time I did this was... It had to have been when I was testing out that Purest Outer start. Alright, let's do a little bit of running. Now you can do the summit without all of these goats, but it's much tighter and you'd probably want to use a snow shelter, especially with these other afflictions. Alright, I think I want to go down here and walk back up, and now we go across. And I think, is this a long one? No, it's not. The long one probably starts from here. Yeah, this is the one that's going to give me a sprain if I don't hurry it along a little bit. We got to just get up here.
Starting to feel numb.
That was the last one that was really at all tricky. You know, even if I don't go all the way to the gold mine, although I'm more tempted now that I know that we're going to be dealing with -5 carrying capacity. I'm thinking I still might go to Homesteaders just to see if they have that, just to see if the clothing is always there. Okay, we're not too far from being able to get into the secluded shelf cave, so I'll probably just, warm up in there. I gotta keep in mind though, I really don't want to pass a lot of time.
I could eat a horse.
What is this music telling us? Is this just new misery mode music? That wolf scared me. Music is creepy. It's like trying to put me on edge and I don't even know why. I was running, so I'm not surprised that it detected me from that far away. I'm doing a lot of running here. It's gonna cost me for this climb, but I really don't want to get any sprains, which is why I'm running to kind of clear the sprain timer. Alright. Stamina is nearly back up to full, but man, that is a lot of stamina. Oh no, that doesn't affect climbing, does it? Oh, that doesn't affect climbing, so that's actually not going to be that big of a deal, I think. No, yeah, okay. Alright, so it's not actually going to have much of an impact on climbing. Just makes it, I guess, harder to manage your sprint around wildlife, especially once you get heavy clothing. Like, if you start wearing all the heaviest clothing, you're basically going to have no stamina for sprinting, or at least very little. Alright, I don't want to lose a ton of health. It's actually... oh, it's really cold. It's really cold and it's evening. Okay, maybe it is -10. 'Cause it would not normally be anywhere near this cold. Alright, let's go in here, and I could take the shortcut across the back of the mountain, but I think we'll just walk through here. We might find some useful loot. I could just get warmed up on the other side. Probably find some coal. And then I can just warm up quickly with whatever is left. As long as I start this climb with about half energy, I'm not too concerned about it. Although I will be exhausted at the top then, which is a little bit annoying. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Alright, I don't think I can be bothered to deal with that, and we certainly don't want spray paint right now.
I need to find food.
I feel like I never use this cave anymore, so that way goes back to the entrance. Not going to worry about whatever coal there may be. Now, there was no coal in... I still have no coal at all. Oh, that would be cool. Imagine if they removed coal from this mode. Well, they couldn't completely remove it, right? But, they could just have a few scraps at the forges so that you have enough to forge, technically. I would be so happy if they removed coal from like all these mines and caves. 'Cause there's just way too much of it in the game. Makes things too easy. Well, I'm fine with it for normal. I just think it'd be cool in like the ultra hard mode if they did something really crazy like that, and not necessarily like remove it completely, just make it a lot less common.
Come on, little fire.
Yeah, I admit I'm viewing things from an unusual perspective here.
Perfect.
I spent way too much time trying to get really good at the harder modes here. All right, what should I do? We got maple syrup. Just gonna eat this now. Still considering whether I want to. I can always switch to starvation later, if I want to. I'm just thinking about using it to accelerate through a bunch of stuff. Maybe I should have just done that from the start. I want to get warm faster. Let's just burn this fur, it's heavy. And we need to make water whenever we have a chance, because water is going to be an issue. So we'll leave when that's ready. Let's get some torches. Actually, I should save the torches for later, because I want this fire to be as hot as possible. Let's see what else we have to work with. I gotta remember to start a fire with that. We're not really close to worrying about weight limit, so I don't really need to mess about with that too much. Any crafting or anything to do? Bandages, I don't want to do that. And I guess I could just tear these up, but that's kind of a waste of time. Alright, I'm not going to wait around for this. Let's just take that. As soon as that's ready and we have a few torches, we'll go. Yeah, I'm not at all concerned about these climbs now that I understand that the stamina doesn't affect the climbing, which I should have known that, because all the other stamina penalties, they obviously don't affect it either. Too bad we don't have a can opener. I'm still going to be cooking 1 tea or coffee at a time, even at the summit, unless I can find a can like in the cave up there or something. We'll see. Do I even want these mushrooms? I guess I should collect a little bit more. I'm going to take a shot at one of these, I think. This one's coming towards me. I could go for the stationary one right over the hill here. Nope. Hey, we got a flare. Something to protect us from wolves in the wind, if that ever comes up. Wow, I'm getting a lot of lag here. I don't know if you guys are... I mean, you guys must be seeing this. A lot of frame drops. Hopefully this isn't... so I have had some problems, but not for a long time now, with my computer crashing, especially during recording and streaming, but I thought I had fixed that. So
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
just be aware if we do have a crash, I'll try to get back on and restart the stream, but so you guys have a heads up. At least my last save wasn't too far away. Last time this happened to me in an awful way was actually at the summit too. And it was annoying because I hadn't saved the game recently.
Oh, so cold.
Maybe after I loot all the summit containers, I'll intentionally give myself a sprain just to lock in my progress. Alright, let's see. Let's just go for it. I could probably clip a little bit off of the height here. But you only have to make this first ledge. Once you're on this ledge, you can actually climb exhausted from there. The wind seems to have stopped, so I think I'm going to make another fire. Let's light a torch the smart way. I'll just make like a couple of teas or something.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
Oh my goodness, it's negative 22 in the shelter. Oh, I don't actually have the fuel to get warm. Okay, this might have been a waste of time. What am I doing here? This is probably the fastest one. It takes 12 minutes. Is that even worth it? Now, let's just make a big fire at the top. Okay, so that was a complete waste of time. I didn't think about the fact that I didn't have any coal on me, so it was just going to be too punishing to make use of that. We needed to kind of let time elapse to get my stamina back, though, so it's not like we really lost anything from that. As long as we don't lose this torch. I'm just going to get one of my slightly better torches for the final segment here. Okay. Well, you remember earlier when I started my first fire and I had like 60 sticks? That also would have worked, like if I had just spent 30 sticks. I just haven't really picked up any sticks since then.
I can lay down and have a little sleep right here.
Let's grab some sticks on the way in. There's usually a bunch up here. Okay, this lag is so bad, I'm seriously considering intentionally spraining. I mean, we can't sprint anyway. Oh, they're right here. Oh, let's see if we can get one. Drop that. Use this. Just gonna go ahead and loot this cave since I don't want to come over this way again. Then we'll head over to the plane crash, double check. Yeah, we're fine. Diminished form, it's called. Less stamina, less carrying capacity. And something about, oh, right, wolves fleeing and struggles. So I think that incentivizes you to use stuff like the hatchet in struggles rather than the hammer or pry bar. Now, if this hacksaw isn't here, then we're going to be in trouble. I mean, not like end the game trouble, but it'll be really annoying that we came all the way up here and don't get some of the key items. A lot of the key items. There's actually a lot of good clothing and food and teas here, so... I think I'll come back for those ptarmigans. Let's walk around them, just try not to scare them off. Hey, Thermos. I might just try to play without the flask. I don't really like it that much. We'll see. I'm not gonna commit to anything. Okay, we got a hacksaw. Very nice. Go and refresh this. And where do I want to put my fire? Probably just right here-ish is good enough. We have a book to burn. Did I already burn it? No, there it is. Okay. I've experienced crashes in some of my live streams too that weren't on Frankie, so I don't think it's related to that. Okay, we're gonna burn all this. All those sticks I picked up. See how we're doing on temperature. I think we're gonna need a little bit more. Let me go get some more of this reclaimed wood. Should be a couple pieces under here.
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
I think there's usually some over here too. I don't really see it right now. Okay, we are warm. Just double check that this hacksaw, yep, it's 100%. Alright, let's go ahead and start breaking stuff open.
This'll come in handy.
Double herbal tea. Alright, so we're gonna get a lot of healing. Hey, Zap. Doing well. This is honestly the first time I've streamed probably since the last time you saw me. I haven't streamed in a long time. I took a break from recording. I think it was a week or two ago, and then I got sick last week, so that extended that break. So I've been away for a while. Obviously, you know, now I'm going to record. Let's go and eat this while it's safe. No, I streamed a couple of times since then because I did a sort of a test Outer Loper series, and that was actually the time that I had a bunch of problems with the stream. Okay, so we got even more excellent clothing. Let's go ahead and throw these trail boots on. They're not work boots, but they're decent. And we finally got a jacket. We'll have to repair that. The ear wrap will be nice until I can get my double ptarmigan items. Yeah, I watched the video today, and then I started the stream like an hour later. I was basically ready to go with the new mode. They didn't really spoil much in it about the new mode. We know that we get these afflictions, but we don't really know much about them. So the first one is, oh, interesting. It doesn't actually say the amount on here, but you get 5 less carry capacity and less stamina. So you can see my... Well, you can't see it right now, but it takes like a third off. Let's just go and make some coffee. I think I'm going to use this pretty liberally. Yeah, so you always spawn in the same place in Pleasant Valley near a burned down giraffe Dodger's cabin. So I just went straight to the Pleasant Valley plane crash, and then I just climbed right into here and went ahead and did the summit route. Okay, so I think I got everything. I think we will go into Ash Canyon, at the very least to do Homesteaders.
Man, I could use a drink.
So this crate should have the matches and accelerant in it. I'm not sure that I care enough. And yes, we do have a stim, thank you. I almost forgot about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink this now. Let's just make some more water. And let's go get one of these ptarmigans if possible. I think since I have the ear wrap, I'll probably just make one installation for early game, and then we'll just figure out the other ptarmigan stuff later. Should be right up here. Okay, I hear him. Let's grab that without throwing this down. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's one right in front of me.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
What happened to my other ptarmigan? Oh, I was carrying him the whole time. Interesting. Okay, 18 minutes until that's boiled. Let's go and sit here by the fire and harvest the meat off of one of these. I think we'll carry them both back to Mountaineer's Hut and just do a big harvesting session there of the feathers. Not really worth it to do it up here. Make some herbal tea for tonight. What do you guys think? Should I go just to Homesteaders, or should I go get the technical pack? Or should I skip Ash Canyon completely? I feel like the further I go in, the more sense it makes to do more and more. Yeah, especially with the lowered stamina. And imagine the technical pack. Yeah, there's just so much stuff I want from that region. I think I'll force myself to do it. Alright, so we got, if I set another one of these up, we should be good. Or actually, let's do birch bark. Okay, and then we've got some more to cook there. Those are coming with me. Let's go do a little bit more looting. See if there's any more reclaimed wood hiding out under here. I don't know why I picked those wires up. We're not doing that stuff on this one. It's too bad. We just got the crampons this time. No flare gun and flare shells.
I'll take it.
A second flask. I mean, I guess I'll pick it up for now. Fire strikers there as usual.
I think I can use this.
Do one more of these, and then I'm going to make some coffee. Yeah, you can actually get shells as long as the flare gun is here. It's a 50-50 shot. Either you get the crampons in the pack there, or you get the... It's like 3 shells, and then you have to go down there to grab the flare gun. Yeah, it does come with... It comes with 3 shells, but only up here. This is the only place where you actually get shells with it. The other places where it's a chance spawn, you don't get shells. So you basically get like... You might get 3 shells from here, and then you get like 1 shell from Forsaken Airfield, I think. It's like a very minor thing. I think we leave here in 38 minutes when that's done. There's no point in sticking around for a long time. Did I get all of these? I think so. Yeah, and I got these too. That was the food and coffee and stuff. Then I got both of these. Alright, so we need to do weight management now. Oh yeah, because we got like no carry weight now because of the penalties. So I'm not going to worry about leather. We found some leather. Let's just do this by category. Drop the heavier tinders. Yeah, I just can't afford to carry all these shoes around. Let's get rid of all of them. My boots are in good condition, and I've got some spare leather. And drink some sodas to get rid of some weight. And eat all the meat before we leave. Yes, there's no way to slow them down. I'm going to leave these here. I'm not going to worry about the flasks. We'll find another flask later if we want it. Okay, so one more. We'll make a coffee. Let's get all my drinks heated up. So 15 minutes, 11 minutes. That's pretty much perfect. Let's go ahead and grab these now. Fix my mistake in picking that up. Drop a couple of stones for now. And I'm going to drop this wolf pelt because I don't care about it. The deer and the rabbit I'll use eventually probably. Okay, we're at 19 out of 11.7. Yeah, I'm really going to want that technical pack. And the well-fed buff for the early part of this game, I think, at least. Until we get the moose-hide satchel. If we ever get the moose-hide satchel. Did I? Oh, it is there. Okay. So that's already, that's going to be ready in a second. Let's grab some torches. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let me just double check here. That's more than enough torches. I'll just grab one more. Okay, we'll just eat this directly off the fire. Okay, we're not actually too slow. Wonder if they give you, did I forget anything? I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just go. I'm sure I forgot something. As long as I have my ptarmigans. Okay. Let's stay a little bit high up here. And you know what? Let's go for the intentional sprain. I don't want to have a crash and lose all my progress of the last like 45 minutes. I'm hoping I'll get a sprain right along here. I'm intentionally not stepping on anything flat. Hello? Game? Sprain? Sprain me. I want to drink my coffee. I demand a sprain. Not going down onto that flat ground until you give me a sprain. Nah, whatever. There's another good opportunity to get a sprain right along here. Any minute now. Hello? There we go. Okay, so we have a saved game. Finally. Now, unfortunately, it was an ankle, so now I can't run unless I bandage it. I got plenty of cloth now. Let's just bandage it so I can run some. I absolutely need to. Okay, plan is just go back to the hut and sleep. Got a wolf after us. That's why I wanted to... Oh, the rabbit is going right towards me. Oh, multiple rabbits. Okay. And multiple wolves, I guess? Where's the other wolf? Oh, there's like tons of wolves around.
My fingers feel numb.
We got another wolf after us. I don't remember where I can safely drop down here, so I think we'll go over this way. Yeah, I got really burned by a crash in this area once, where it just lost me like an hour of my progress. So I'm really playing carefully to make sure that doesn't happen. I completely forgot about these. Let's go and drink this. And I think I'll drink the herbal tea as well, just to get a bit more warmth. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll wait until I'm thirsty then. The herbal tea will keep its effect until we get back to the hut and sleep, so that'll be fine. Now, this is a good opportunity to see how the new mechanics work. Run right by that wolf. Okay, looks like he kind of gave up after a while.
I've never felt so cold.
Alright, let's go and drink this. Alright, what time of night is it? Nearly midnight. I wonder if I should start a fire just to be ultra safe here.
I'm warming up a bit.
Oh yeah, especially since I'm outside and they've changed how the temperatures work. I almost certainly need to have a fire through the night. I have another book. Yeah, let's burn that. Save my accelerants, since they're much lighter.
Come on, come on.
Was there food here originally? I don't remember. Wow, there's a lot of lag. I really hope they find out what's causing that and fix it at some point. Alright, we're gonna go on a quick stick run here, and then we need to go to bed.
This is so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
Should I test and see if the torch plus stone trick still works with these guys? I was gonna pick that up, but I guess I didn't get close enough. But that part still works as intended, I guess.
I am too tired to think straight.
Alright, let's stop messing around. Let's go burn the rest of our fuel. Get some sleep. I'm gonna put these in here because I don't really care about the condition. I don't want them to get eaten. Eight hours, 53 minutes. That's probably good enough for a 10-hour sleep, right? We should be warm. Because it's going to be like mid-morning by the time we wake up. I could do 9 just to be safe, but I'm just going to go for 10. Get the full healing amount in. Blizzard kicked in. Alright, well, looks like we're going to be making water and
My tongue feels like sandpaper.
working on stuff in here for a bit. Now, there could still be wolves out here. I gotta be really careful, but let's get the sticks from this side now. Hey Sasquatch, no, sorry, I'm confused by this bug right now. Okay. The, this mode you always spawn in the same place, which is, at a burned down Draft Dodger's cabin in Pleasant Valley. Okay, let's get some more wood in here while we warm up. I think... let me check temperatures. There's no way I'm warm in a blizzard, right? This is plus 62. Feels like 49, so it's probably negative 13 without the fire. That makes sense. So without the blizzard... Wait, why am I... Does anybody remember if the blizzard subtracts 10 or 15? I think it's only 10, right? Did it even be cold at nearly noon without the blizzard? That surprises me. I really need to find another can. This is so annoying. Alright, let's just start work on these, I guess. Probably easier to just do it this way. Oh, wait. I need wood. Man. Oh, right. Thanks. Have some of these heavy sodas. Yeah, I'm treating this as a very casual experience. You know, just going around taking extra thirst damage. If this blizzard ends, I think we're walking to Homesteaders because it'll be much easier to harvest these ptarmigans there, where it's just going to be warm by default inside. The thing about the keeping a fire to stay warm strategy is it's doable, but it's not nearly as easy as just staying inside and not needing a fire. Okay, how much time is left on this? I can probably grab this crate as well. Might as well. Alright, let's at least get one feather, that way I don't have to carry one of the ptarmigans with me. So once this is done, we'll do another batch. One feather takes 40 minutes. Happy with that. Oh. Blizzard has technically ended. Now it's just a very windy day. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Good to see you. Yeah, I had to take a bit of a break, but I'm back in it now. So this is actually one major side effect of the colder world aspect of things. It is that you're much less likely to be willing to hang out in one of these kind of open air areas because these are now colder than they were before. This is an interesting little effect of the settings, I guess. It might seem crazy, but I'm probably just going to use this for warmth. 'Cause I'm not going to need all of them for healing. Or for, yeah, for the healing at night. I wonder how they'll handle that, though. I'm assuming that the late game affliction will be something like you no longer heal passively, but I wonder if they'll turn off the healing that you can get from the other items, too. Oh, did I leave water on? I think I want to get out of here. I just wish this wind would die down a little bit. Nah, you guys are probably right. I don't know what I was thinking. I probably looked at it and I thought it still had a little bit of time left to boil, not boil dry. Oops. Yeah, because I was thinking I'm going to make a tea as soon as that's done, but it was already done. My mistake. Alright, that's hot permanently. That fire is going to go out soon. We got tons of matches. I think we just go. This is the one that I harvested one off of, so we want this one, which has 4 feathers on it. I've got my sewing kit. We'll get some more cloth. Carry weight wise, yeah, we're fine now that we actually have rest. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Wait for that to be done. Light this up. Gotta remember to take my can with me at all times. Okay, we're gonna have some scent on us, which is not ideal for traveling with a without a torch in the wind, but just gonna do it. A deer's probably still over there if I wanted to let's just run. Get to Ash Canyon. I need to not hang around so much. I don't usually travel with scent, so I need to remember that this is a thing. Yeah, you know what? I guess you guys are right. I was thinking that there were a few spots where it seemed like there were more wolves than I was expecting. But I guess I'm used to playing Nogoa now, so didn't really jump out at me. But it is true that this seems much higher than Loper amounts.
Jesus, this is cold.
I'll go and kill this. I got plenty of other teas.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
I'm just gonna let that wolf do his thing with that deer. We'll go over here and grab these teas and coffees
Freezing.
from the crate. Yeah, it's negative 36 out here. That's pretty cold for an hour afternoon. Okay, I probably should... Let's just drop this temporarily. Make sure I'm not getting flanked.
This stuff will come in handy.
So it'll be interesting. I'm sure somebody will go through and do the calculations or look at the code and see what the temperature start is and how fast the temperature drops per day compared to normal. But I'm definitely starting to think maybe I should save all of my herbal teas, because you can probably just ignore the temperature to a large extent for a large portion of the game and just rely on the healing from the birch bark and the herbal teas while you kind of get all your clothing set up. Hey Jen, welcome in. You didn't miss much. We've survived like 1.5 days, but I did already go to the summit. So I guess in that sense you missed a little bit. I didn't hear his footsteps, but I kind of knew where he was, so I wasn't that concerned about him. Let's see. So now that we're not in the wind, it's -24. Trying to decide if it's even worth it to start a fire. We're barely at hypothermia risk. I think this just makes the strategy even stronger of just sprinting everywhere and then sleeping to warm up when you get indoors. Sprinting actually does give you a very slight boost to your. It gives you +1 to your feels like. It's just that usually doesn't make any noticeable difference. Could start a Maglin's fire here and just like hacksaw some of those down, but let's just keep moving. Yeah, I think I'm committed to just kind of racing through here and warming up at Homesteaders. It's like it's getting... I can't tell if it's getting foggy or clear. I mean, it was clear, but it seems to be clearing up. What did I just hear? Now, this is an interesting spot, right? Because there's like several wolves that can hang around here. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any... Didn't we see one loot difference? Like all the loot table stuff, like the hacksaw and the maglins and all that seems the same. The standard summit loot seems the same. The guaranteed clothing items, that all seems the same. Just scouting for wolves. Got a deer, a couple of deer. Yeah, it's continuing to warm up. Thing is, I'm probably just spending the night here. Yeah, because we got that long climb to do. Not gonna bother with that. Alright, so here's the question. Do they keep the coal in the coal bin? Because there's like always a coal in here, right? So this will tell us if they changed. Okay, so we do get coal. So it still remains to be seen whether they changed the coal in the caves. It certainly looked like they did, but we'll have to go through a few more caves and mines to see if that's actually the case, or if that was just a one-off. Yeah, I'm taking the goat up to Homesteaders. I would have already started my fire if I wasn't planning to do that. Yeah, health is kind of easy come, easy go. We'll heal like 40% of it tonight. I'm kind of intentionally saving up my fuel because I don't want to end up in a position where I'm needing to have a long fire, but I don't have the resources for it. Okay, and we still have this guy, right? Yeah, so gonna harvest that indoors, spend the night, and then we can climb up in the morning. Yeah, the thing about the wolves is I'd really like to see them make some adjustments to the, like, pre-struggle AI. Like, the stuff that actually has an impact on what your overall wolf interaction looks like. And maybe there'll be a future affliction that does that more. Alright, let's get inside. I'm taking a little bit too much damage. Now, unfortunately, I think I drank the only herbal tea I had made, so... Oh, looks like the... Yeah, so the loot seems to be pretty much the same. Oh, we got the Mackinaw. That's actually kind of nice. The thin wool would be nice too, but you know what? I'm happy to take the Mackinaw for the early game here. This is actually worse than my down vest. I need to repair that. Alright, just crampons. Okay, we gotta do some organization here in a bit.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Jen, yeah, they gave you... I think you get this one, like, after you've survived for 24 hours. They give you this, diminished form. It's a very hinterland name. So it's, less stamina. I think it's about a third less. Yeah, it takes off about that much. You can see in the... down here. Lower right. And it gives you -5 to your carrying capacity. And then, theoretically, it makes the wolves less likely to flee during a struggle. So pretty inconsequential, I think, overall, but it, I'm talking about the wolf part of it. But the major aspect of that, I think, is that it makes the hammer and the pry bar worse. Since they rely on making the wolf flee to avoid the damage. Yeah, I'm planning to hole out here, harvest the ptarmigans, make the insulation, probably do some clothing repairs. I just wanted to come here rather than doing it in the hut because I don't need a fire in here. Just tear like a curtain or two down and then we'll go outside. Oh, hey Vash. Sorry if I missed anybody. I think I'm keeping up with the chat mostly. But if I don't see you, feel free to just say hi again, and I'll probably catch you on the second round. Okay, another piece of coal. I probably won't burn any coal until we get confirmation that there's going to be a reasonable amount. Somebody mentioned that there can be ptarmigans back here. I don't know if they're here right now. I don't really need them. The reason I brought that one all the way is because I had enough to make the installation. Alright, so what are we going to do here? I think I need to start a fire. I'm going to use the... Yeah, I guess I'll use the mag lens out here. Why not? It's going okay. So it really does seem to be just interloper, but slightly harder in a few key areas. But then they start stacking these extra things on top of it, and we don't really know how bad those are going to be, or at least I don't yet. I only have that one, and it has some effects, not like major effects, but some effects that could be kind of annoying. Yeah, there's lots of coal bins in the newer regions. Like several of these little cabins have them in Ash Canyon and Black Rock. I think there's some in Forsaken Airfield even.
Come on, little fire. I need to find a place to rest.
Alright, so my main goal here is just go ahead and make all my teas that I'm going to need later. So let's get my can down. How much water do we have? Not really enough, so let's do that first. And we got to slowly work away at this guy. Let me see if there's any food that needs to be eaten. 27%. Let's just go ahead and chomp that down. We'll use these as traveling foods. I think I'll try to save these, actually. There might be a can opener in Miner's Folly. Oh, we got a ton of canned food. Let's just go and drink this. And I could eat some of the food poisoning items tonight, too. Well, I kind of want to heal. So maybe that's not so smart. Okay, we should have enough time to do this now. So much investment into this this insulation item. Okay, let's do one more of those. And then we'll have to take a break and do something else while we cook teas. Okay, so I'm going to want one of these for healing. Let's throw a piece of firewood on here. Make one more of those, and let's make some coffees, and then warmth teas. Yeah, I'm surprised they put the weight one so early on. Although I guess it's good for you to know what you're getting into early on in the run. I can't wait to see what the other ones are because it's not like that thing isn't a huge impact, but it's definitely something. And if that's only one of what was it, like 5 or 6 things that they're going to give to us over the course of the run, that's going to add up. I'm really curious to see, though, when they reduce or eliminate healing. Because for the first part of this, you're just running around in the cold and then recovering half your health every night. So it's really going to be when they reduce the healing that things are going to get tough. Make one more coffee. And then I think I'll probably take a little more cloth. I'm going to switch over to crafting teas soon, I think. I'm using up all my water on this tea making. I might have to do another one of those. Alright. Oh. There we go. Reishi. Okay, I think we're going to say that's probably enough. Throw the last stick on there. That should finish. Good point about the reishi. And oh no, there's no toilets here. This is a very remote region. I don't think there's a toilet anywhere in the entire region. I probably just set up outhouses. Okay. Let's just leave that to finish. Let's go over here. I'm not going to get food poisoning tonight because I'm not going to risk it. I want the healing. So let's just finish this up.
I'd eat anything right about now.
Okay, there's the bed. I've got my feathers. I'm going to eat some of the heavier ones of these. I'm not going to carry all of these half-kilo cans up to the summit. Or up to the, what am I thinking? The summit. Up to Miner's Folly. These have a lot of hydration, too, so that'll help preserve some of my water. We're going to drink one of the herbal teas. I've got 22 cattails. The thing is, my weight is so high, I have to stay under 25, right? So we need to keep chowing down on these, I think. It's actually going to be interesting to see when I bother to risk food poisoning. Because it's kind of an optional thing. I've got a granola bar, a couple of sardines, another granola bar. It's not like I even have an overwhelming amount of food that I need to risk it on. And of course, I really want that healing. So, alright. I got enough water. Let's go ahead and sleep 10 hours. So we should be healing, what is it, 32% in a bed plus, I think it's 12 from the herbal tea. I think it was Zach who kept saying it was only 6, but I'm pretty sure it's 12. It's like 2% per hour for 6 hours. But,
I need something to drink.
maybe Zach has it right and I made a mistake. That's definitely also a possibility. We're gonna need to get fully rested for this too. Okay, so let's do the things that we absolutely, definitely want to do. First of all, I am not leaving a can here, so let's go ahead and grab that. Pick that up. It's definitely lower than normal interloper. What are you saying is, lower? Sorry, I probably missed it when you first said it. The healing? You think so? I think my health was just really low. If we look at the, log, so today's day 4, I'm at 77%. Yesterday, I was down to 33, so 33 up to 77. Now, maybe I wasn't quite all the way at 33 because maybe I had a birch bark. But just going from the minimum to the maximum, 33 to 77 is 44, so that would be 32 plus 12. That's exactly the amount that I think it should be. Because it's 32 from the bed, and then 2% per hour for 6 hours from the herbal tea. So I'm guessing it's actually the exact same amount of healing. I think they're going to reduce the healing with the afflictions later. Alright, let's get this ptarmigan item crafted. Improvised installation. Just takes an hour. Yeah, just knock that out. Probably should wear... Yeah, let's wear the ear wrap on the inside. Okay, how much cloth do I have? 11. So I think we're going to ditch some heavy items like this. This. The jacket we need to repair. Keeping these for random cloth. In case I need it. But I don't need to harvest them now. That's actually all my items. So if we are sorted by condition, so it's really just the jacket. Well, and the pants and maybe the hat. I don't know though, that's 45 minutes. I think we check the weather first. Because I can do that anytime. It's negative 31 on a foggy mid-morning. I don't think it makes sense to travel right now. It is really nice that it's not windy, but... Oh, right, we have to sleep to fully rested so that we don't waste a ton of energy on this climb. So let's do that first, and then we'll decide what to do from there. That's going to eat up a bunch of stuff. Just call it 4. Oh, right, well fed. Okay, well that actually feels really good to have now. Let's check the weather. Maybe we'll just go now. Negative 23. Foggy, just afternoon. I'm going to give it a little more time. Let's go ahead and repair this. Okay, so that at least makes it better than this now, right? This is 0.8, and this is 1.3. So let's get rid of this. That'll save us some weight. I get a pretty big temperature boost by repairing this, so let's do that as well.
I could eat anything.
And then we really need to travel. I've waited too long. Check the temperature again. This is with slightly better clothing. Negative 24. It's as good as it's going to get, I think. All right, well, since it's that cold, I think we start a fire in here. Right, we're supposed to use a torch. You'd think I would know this by now. I'll just use matches, whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to read books this time. Just go ahead and get rid of that. You know, it's very strange. It almost feels like the correct strategy is to largely forget about the teas and like staying warm and stopping to make fires and just really prioritize rushing to the next warm location. Okay, let's throw this on. Let's get something cooking. Don't really care what, but I have to make use of this one little can that I have. I guess we'll make a reishi tea. Let's get the food items started. I'm going to heat up some of these peaches. I think I'll just do those two, because I do want to save some for the can opener. Alright, and then let's heat up the remaining teas. I'm not even going to heat that up. We'll probably drink a coffee before the climb, because I've wasted a bunch of my energy since I slept. Let's just go ahead and get these heated up. Doesn't really hurt me to put this one down too. Okay, so those will all be ready in a few minutes. Carry weight, I'm really good now, so I think I'll just pull torches off of here, and we'll do the rest of this later. Oh, that one wasn't done. Hopefully it wasn't an important one. Yeah, Vash, the thing about the fires to warm up the teas is it's actually a lot more efficient to just have a small fire indoors and heat up all your teas there, because then you don't actually have to get any warmth from the fire. All right, let's go ahead and eat the warm peaches now. They don't want to put it on the radial for me, so we'll do it this way. Go ahead and get that warmth buff going. I should have just eaten one directly while we were there. Yeah, this is probably the warmest it's going to be for a long time. It's -16 with a torch in the mid-afternoon in the fog with 0 wind. It's -16 still. Pretty crazy. Oh, I forgot to put the crampons on. Not a huge deal. Alright, let's do this one. And I'm just going to drop a few cattail heads. We don't need to be carrying the spinny around. Okay. Ready to climb again. I'm going to save that water. We might drink quite a few teas here. No, I don't think the stamina debuff is ever going to prevent that because, well, first of all, it doesn't really affect climbing. You still get your full amount of your bar for the climb. It's only for sprinting. But also just, like, you can get pretty much anywhere in the game exhausted. It just doesn't have as big of an impact as you might expect. I don't really feel like walking through the ravine here. We'll do the incredibly risky and pointless, like this is entirely unnecessary shortcut across here. I'm actually worried that I might have messed it up already. This one is really annoying if you mess it up, because you can get trapped and be forced to drop down. But we're fine. And it saves very little time. Did I must have not had a coffee. I forgot about the coffee, I guess. Oh well. Let's go with the rosehip. No, it's actually enforced no feats right from the start. So you don't choose your spawn, you don't choose your feats. It's you really just select the mode and then you name your game. Oh, you choose male or female, and then you name your game and start. I guess I'll start collecting these. It is the main reason to go get the hacksaw before you run through here, is there's just so many saplings up here. You can get everything you need on this little gauntlet. Trying to get up to these sticks. So far it seems like there's two things that have changed from Loper. Other than really minor stuff like always spawning in the same location and the no feats. There's the world temperature, which, you know, I think whatever options they have for that, they should just add to the custom options for the game so that you can implement those in whatever mode you want. Whatever the options are, you know, it's probably something like starting at a colder temperature, and also a more extreme version of the world gets colder over time. But it'd be nice to have those available in just any custom mode so that you don't have to do it in this. But then the other one is... the other thing is the afflictions. And that, I don't see why there couldn't just be a custom option for that, like just misery afflictions on or off. Because that way you could do like no-goa misery or no-goa outer misery. And you could do this with feats, or you could do it but change the temperature settings some. So I hope we'll see that from them. I know, you know, they probably didn't have time to add all of that in right from the start, but it'd be very nice to see. These are all cold. Oh, we're actually warming up back here pretty significantly. 13 degrees. How far are we? I don't think we're that far. Are we? I think I'd rather just run and warm up while we loot the... whatchamacallit up here. Yeah, negative 16. That was about what it was when we started this journey. Yeah, I'm really rooting for a can opener up here. Not because I really need it, it's just it'll be less frustrating to make the teas if I have a second can. Maybe we'll just find like a pot or a can. Foreman's Retreat is a pretty good spot in terms of... it gives you like potatoes, which we can actually just use as a warming up buff. I really wonder how the healing is going to work. I really hope that they don't do something like removing passive healing and T healing from the game, so that then you have to use finite resources like recipes and stims. Because I feel like that's just going to encourage like saving all those things until the no healing comes into the game, and then just like slowly using the stims and the healing in the late game. Yeah, I'm very happy I didn't stop to make a fire because we're pretty much there. Where is the bear? And yeah, I see the question in the comments. I'll answer that in just a second. Hey, we're warming up in here. Yeah, this is one of those weird areas. I'm pretty sure this counts as indoors. Standing right here, like you'd actually get cabin fever. Okay, so what was the question? I already forgot it. Oh, no more lagging. So yeah, I still see a little bit of
Oh, so cold.
a little bit of frame dropping. So I think it's definitely still there. It's actually worse now. Wonder if it happens around animals now. Because we are near a bear. Alright, let's just get inside. I'll grab this. We might want some fish when we go down. If we go down to Anglers. I'm actually thinking there's a skillet at Anglers, so that might be nice too. Alright, come on, can opener. Yes, we got a can opener. Sweet. And a can of peaches.
I'll take it.
51%. Nope, not even gonna bother. I think we better burn all these books in our next fire. Save our other fuel. Okay, let's go. Do I want the cloth from here? There's gonna be enough cloth up there. Let's go up there, and then I need to decide if I need this fire for anything tonight. What time is it? You actually don't even have to spend the night here.
Can you eat trees?
Would be kind of nice to get up to full health.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Yeah, we're going inside in a minute. Relax. You know, honestly, I think the thing to do here... I have a skillet now anyway. Got a couple of potatoes. I think I cook these while I loot. And then we're just going to press on.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
The one big problem with this plan is once I commit to these, I kind of lose them as buffs. That's okay though. Alright, let's get a couple of these down as well. Okay. What do we have? Leather shoes I don't care about. Can break down some cloth if I have time. That whetstone is not going to be used anytime soon. Let's see, the thing is, I'm going to have more carry weight soon. And I already have a skillet. I think there's oil in Angler's Den. Probably going to get to cooking 3 relatively soon, and then we can make rosehip pies to supplement our coffee. Salt, I feel like, is kind of a waste of carry weight. I don't see myself making much broth. It's really tempting to pick everything up
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
and put it somewhere else. I'm going to leave that parka right where I found it. I have no interest in that. Hey, those are probably better than what I have. Definitely better than these. Okay, I think that's it already. "34 minutes. Let's see what the weather's like outside. Could probably do one repair of something minor. Yeah, this is gonna be great weather if I can pull this off. Let's eat a little bit of food, and we'll eat some of these cans on the way out. What do I have? Just some cattails, I guess, for right now. Okay, I need to find something to do for half an hour. What do we have here? Clothing. I think socks take a long time. That's already done. This might work. 30 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, failed anyway. Okay. Well, that got those down to pretty much done, so let's grab this. Grab that, and all of this stuff. Okay, so we just gotta eat the potatoes first. I think that was cooking 2 popping up. Yeah, I'm kind of hard committing to the gold mine because we don't have a bedroll, so we really can't sleep anywhere else unless I want to make a snow shelter. I think it just makes sense to travel now because we got calm weather. It's relatively warm. I hear footsteps. I really wish it would put the warm food in a place where you could actually see it on the wheel. Once I get rid of all this junk food, it'll be easier to find stuff. Feeling kind of slow. Wonder how much overweight I am.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Gotta eat the heaviest things first. Next up is the peaches. I can also drink coffee. That'll help. So it sounded like they were trying to give you all the afflictions in the first like 30 to 50 days. So the first affliction comes in pretty much after 24 hours, I think we decided. So I would guess, based on that, that we're going to see the next one. Oh, that's the wrong one. The one that's open. I would guess that we're going to see the next one. Let's just eat both of these. At the 5-day mark. It would seem weird for them to give you the first one after 24 hours, but then wait until like 10 days until you get the next one.
Feels like night is coming.
Yeah, another -5 to your carry capacity. That's what they don't tell you, is that every affliction gives you -5 to carry capacity. So by the end of the game, or so by the time you have all of them, if you haven't found any of the upgrades, you actually can't carry anything at all. Just about losing my torch here. In fact, I might, because I had to navigate the menu. Oh, already cold. Alright, well let's do a little bit of running while we still have the coffee buff. Loons! Welcome in. We're doing the misery mode. I don't know how you feel about spoilers. Have you looked at any of the new stuff yet? For anyone who does not know, Loons is a well-established content creator. Has a lot of interesting, long, dark challenges. I highly recommend Classic Dead Man. It's a really long series with just some beautiful, high-precision play, I'll call it. Very, very, very precise gameplay. 2 hours of Misery offline, went to Temple. Yeah, that's basically what I've done. I've been playing for about 2.5 hours now, and I was actually planning to come to Ash Canyon first, but the Hexa ended up not being at the hut or the other place, so I just went to the summit for it. So I guess it sounds like you're in the same boat that I am. You've seen the first affliction, but none others.
Starting to feel numb.
Yeah, I don't even remember why I came here. Like, my first instinct was to immediately go up to the plane crash for clothes, and that turned out well. But I didn't actually see the first affliction until, I think it was when I was sleeping in Mountaineer's hut. Hey, Got Milk. Welcome in. No, I was not on the... I was, not on the list. Not on the VIP list with Zach and Athenon and Hadrian. Thomasina.
It's so cold.
One of the things that I
Want to lay down for a bit.
appreciate about this mode... Hey, Murph! Wow, everybody must be getting off of work. We got, Loons, Murph, and Got Milk all jumping in the last minute or two. Oh yeah, and I found 2 thermoses at the summit, and I just left them there because I don't like the thermos. Oh yeah, Murph has some good stuff too. I really like the Fade series. It's a modded playthrough with some deterioration involved. Am I going the right way? I feel like I've been walking forever here. Maybe I should stop and start a fire somewhere. Just casually sprint across this bridge. What could go wrong? I never go over here for this fuel, but
Rest suit, I'm gonna
actually might come in handy here. But yeah, I think what I was saying there was I really kind of like the idea that this will eventually be as hard as Nogoa is, but you get this early period where even though it's harder, you still get to kind of run around and lose health to cold, and it's not like completely brutal. Let's redo that. Why don't you come sit up here? We actually need a fire for more torches soon anyway. Yeah, Loon. So one of the yeah, Murph. I'll get to that in 1 second. One of the things I think is interesting about the way they implemented the temperature changes, because they did make it colder in the world, is that houses are even more overpowered now, like actual indoor spots. Oh, I guess I'm not taking those rose hips. Because like now, if you want to spend the night at the hut or in a cave, like it's even colder. So you really do need that fire, even in the early to mid game, I think. But if you just go to a house, you're still just automatically warm. So I kind of wish they had made it a across the board -5 or whatever they did, so that the indoors were a little bit more brutal. Maybe I should have started my fire there. How close are we? This always takes longer than I think it's going to take. Oh, isn't there like a warm spot up here where I can start a fire and use a ton less fuel? Yeah, this cave is like magically a lot warmer. Hey, we got a lantern. I don't know if I can afford the carry weight for the lantern.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, we're just like 2 up with a torch here. It's 10 degrees in this cave. Yeah, let's stem the bleeding here. Get rid of some of this heavy stuff too.
Come on, little fire.
Yeah, Loons, I think they made it
That didn't
-5 across the board when it probably should have been like -10 maybe, or I don't know, -8, but then a little bit of a steeper start to the thing. But yeah, 5 extra sticks on every fire does add up. Let's see, got milk. Planning to do a true outer run. Sounds much harder. Yeah, I've only seen the first affliction, so I can't say for sure. What am I doing here? I think I'm just putting a little bit of fuel on here and heating up some teas. Yeah, we got a bunch of sticks we can burn. I think I want to get rid of this too. I don't have the carry weight for that. I've got to make water tonight. I'm running pretty low. Am I completely out of peaches? I thought I had one more. Yeah, it's just not showing up for some reason. Let's eat that, because it's heavy. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that the afflictions, like, I thought that there were going to be 6. Or was it 5? I can't remember. But, like, they would all pop up and you could see what the progress was on each one, and you would have to choose which ones to keep in check and which ones to let take hold, and I think that would have been a lot more interesting. And then, like, they get harder to stave off the longer you play, so you eventually still have to have all of them. But, you know, I've been playing for 2.5 hours, and I've only seen one affliction that is, you know, it has an effect on the game, but it seems to be a pretty minor effect so far. Alright, I was supposed to heat up more of these, but I think we're just going to go. Yeah, it's not that far. Let's just grab some torches and go. Yeah, the first one, especially since the stamina doesn't really impact climbing. In fact, it makes it easier to climb, because you don't have to wait as long on the ledges for your stamina to recharge, which is pretty funny. Yeah, let's just eat this and go. I'm sure somebody will create a mod for the start position. It's actually kind of weird because the start position is like great. You start right next to the plane crash where you can get all those clothes, and then you can either like hit up the really high quality loot areas in Pleasant Valley, or you can just go straight to Timberwolf, which is what I think you and I both did. Yeah, I did find mountains. I did find matches at Mountaineers. So all the loot seems the same to me. I'm trying to think if there was anything different. I think it's all the same. All the guaranteed clothing seems the same. All the like loot amounts seem right. All the summit loot was the same. Got milk. I started a misery mode run and jumped off a cliff to test, and I died. I didn't see any option to cheat death, so either there's like some, like you have to survive for a certain amount of time before you get the option, or some other weird thing happened, or it's just not available in misery mode, which I could see. I mean, they disabled feats for misery mode. They don't let you choose your spawn, you just always spawn in the same place. Enter colder. Oh my gosh, I'm so slow. Alright, let's talk toss a rosehip tea down the hatch. Yeah, Murph, to me the thing I seem kind of questionable about this mode on is it almost feels like I'm waiting. Like I thought about just getting some food and just holding up somewhere with starvation to see what it looks like when it actually gets hard. But on the other hand, like this penalty isn't nothing, and it's only one of like multiple penalties, and eventually it's going to be colder probably, and I'm not going to be able to carry as much, and there's going to be all sorts of stuff.
I'm so tired I could lay down.
Nope. I might have lost this torch. Oh, I'm still carrying that stupid lantern. Well, maybe we'll use it in the mine since I let my torch burn out. Oh, I don't want that birch sapling. I've already got 1,000,000 of them. Okay, Loon, so I suspect that the reason you can't just grab the mag lens, which I already have, and just rabbit farm in place is I think the last affliction is going to completely remove healing. And I think how am I doing this way? This is much better. I think it's going to be so cold because you get the -5 from the start, and then I think it's also going to get even colder over time, like more than the 20-degree drop. I think it's going to get so cold that you actually can't maybe you're right. Yeah, I forgot because I was thinking about the version that I did where I stayed in one region and did it with like no clothes, and in that it's way too cold outside. But with all the clothes, especially if they let you continue to make birch bark tea, because that's renewable, even if you don't get the healing from it, having a renewable, easy source of warmth buffs would make it very easy.
I need some first aid soon.
Yeah. I think we'll just have to see what the afflictions actually do before we can really judge it. I'm not really opposed to being able to survive forever, like if you do things really perfectly. I'm amazed I'm still warm. It's -30. Yeah, probably with clothing. The thing is, you got to think about cabin fever too, but I mean, I think it probably works, right? Like if you have the fire. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so here's my prediction. I think that's what they were going for. I think they were going for a mode that would just eventually kill you, and you just like struggle and you struggle, and eventually you die. And so like you just try to eke out the longest run that you can, and it's fun to see who gets what. I think the problem is I think it's going to be that for like 95% of all players, and then there's going to be 5% who can just survive forever.
Ow.
And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. Like, I don't really care if it turns out that way. I seriously doubt they made torches or drinks more powerful because they're already really strong. Are we gonna... Yeah, we're gonna mess around with this. We're actually gonna take our stuff off so it doesn't get wet. Yes, yes, Astrid. We're going through the water. You'll make it. Oh my gosh, I'm so heavy. So overburdened. Yeah, I was really hoping that we'd see something where like you could fight against them, and so you would say, well, I think I can deal with this one. So since I can't keep them all at bay, I'm going to let that one happen first and then let this other one happen. Or maybe they would be stronger in certain playthroughs than others, so you'd have to like choose what you were going to really try to fight against. But I mean, like I said, I've only seen one affliction so far, so we'll see when the next one kicks in. I think it's currently day 4 or 5. Day 4. So
I'm gonna need some first aid.
since the first affliction kicked in, 24 hours in, I'm guessing that the next one will be like at the 5-day mark. So that would be, where in the world am I? I'm like at a dead end. Oh, I've got to go through this water patch too. I never pain trudge like this, but I'm fully exhausted with no bad roll, and I'm playing on a mode where I have -5 carry capacity. So we're just going to put up with it.
Ow! That smarts a bit.
I think I'm going to leave this lantern here. So the first cave I went into was the secluded shelf cave, and there was no coal in it. And so I got really excited, like, oh, did they take the coal out of this mode? Because that would actually make it really interesting. Yeah, Loons, I know you're fine with the pain trudge, but I don't attach too much weight to that. I've seen you do some ridiculous pain trudges.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Do I even want this? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not going to carry this other one around, though. Even though this is technically worse, we're going to drop this. I've already got crampons, so I think we'll just leave those there.
Hurts a bit, but I'll make it. That smarts a bit.
Jen, were you watching at 2 times speed in another tab?
Okay.
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier. He's probably still here. I do think that this is going to be good for outer, because it'll give you like a tough outer start, but with the ability to recover in the early game, unlike outer Nogoa. So it'll like kind of ease you into the outer Nogoa playstyle. And then like, I mean, who knows? I don't know if it's going to end up being harder or easier towards the end of it, but you know, in a way it doesn't really matter about the end of the game, because the most interesting part is like the first 30 days anyway. All right, what am I doing here? I've got to ditch a ton of weight. Yeah, we can just leave that there forever. Oh my goodness, a jerry can. I'm going to carry this with me because this is like free accelerant for my next a lot of fires. 9? No. What? 12 fires of accelerant? That's crazy. I've never gotten one with this much in it. Alright, let's drop these. We don't need all these extra cans. I'm really questioning my decision to carry a cooking skillet and flour now. I think I'll just leave this whetstone here. Wasn't thinking about that when I picked it up, but it's so far away from being useful. I think I'd drop my least efficient fuel now that we have so much coal. And I'm going to eat a bunch of this heavy food. I don't care about the warmth buffs. Maybe, am I hungry? I'm not really even that hungry. I don't think we go for food poisoning tonight either. let's see, True Outer, that's your version where you can't go in the back of caves, basically, right? Like it's only hours outdoors. What am I at? 36? I think we have to get down to no, we have well fed and yeah, so we have to get down to 35. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I would have loved to see Perfect Trip, Wands and Only, or Blades, or Bashrobe on the list of people who play tested it. But you know, they went for some of the big name interlopers. So I think there's something to be said for having it balanced more against like the mainstream. So, like I said, if it turns into that thing where like for 95% of the players, it's just who can survive the longest, and then for the remaining 5%, it's just like everybody can. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, let's get some sleep. Crampons, huh? Aren't the crampons like on the bed? There we go. Gotta make some water in the morning. I don't think we need herbal tea tonight. Not doing something dumb, am I? Sprains, diminished form. Alright. Alright, let's find this fire barrel. There it is. Gonna start burning away at this accelerant. Lamp oil. Yeah, Wands is like the perfect person for this, because he's like a nice, friendly face. Great guy, wouldn't say anything that would like that they wouldn't like or anything. And he plays a lot of like the hard modes, so roll back. Yeah, you and your dislike of stuff like the revolver. I think there was one other thing that you said you didn't like that I was like, well, I don't know if I would go that far. I guess if I'm going to carry this skillet around, I don't need this other can either. Alright, we're 33. I should probably go through my inventory more, but honestly, I don't know if I feel like it. Yeah, food poisoning next sleep is looking like a good idea, just to get rid of some of these junk items. I think we start cleaning out the inventory here. I've got plenty of cloth, so I don't really need these. Wait, why do I have... Oh, yeah. You should actually wear your socks and boots. Good idea. AA, so I'm predicting that it'll come after 5 days survived. So if you look here, we're on day 5, but we haven't survived for 5 days yet. This will tick up to 4 days survived when we go to, I think it's around just before noon today. So we have to survive for that long, and then a full day after that. So, I don't know, I think I'm nearly... What time is it? Might have to be done soon. So maybe I'll just kill time for a while. I'm trying to think, because if I leave, I have to go all the way basically to the Ash Canyon Cave to have a place where I can safely kind of hang out. Or maybe we could go down to Anglers. There's food there. Yeah, it's 5 kilos. The I'm at plus 10, which would normally put me at 40, but there's a minus 5. Yeah, the first affliction, diminished form, less stamina and reduced capacity, and then this wolves thing, I think that just makes like hammers and stuff worse. Oh, good call. Thank you. You know what? I'm not going to do the repair thing. Let's just get rid of these. And those are crampons. What do I have here? And I'm going to harvest for leather at some point. Let's just get rid of these as well. How close are these to being done? They're done.
Getting a bit thirsty.
The insulation is broken, Lance. It's so strong. Where is it? It's +2 +1, and the air wrap is +1 +5, or plus 0.5, so it's twice as good. Plus it's renewable, very durable, and you can wear 2 of them, so like you just don't need the ear wrap anymore once you have 2 of these. It was when they released the ptarmigans. That was in part 3, when they introduced all the pancakes and stuff that you didn't care about, so that's probably why you don't know about it. All right, you know what? Let's just go. Let's get this water done. Let's make some teas. I think I'm gonna go down to the cave because I don't really like this spot very much. It feels very claustrophobic in here. Yeah, I think I'll make a double batch of teas and we'll heat up like a... What do I have food-wise? I don't have any cans of food left anymore. Yeah, I gotta do a food poisoning night tomorrow night because I gotta get rid of all this junk. I'm gonna eat this. And yeah, it looks like I have no cans of food. Alright, let's make a reishi, and maybe another coffee, or another reishi. Sounds good. Alright, and then let's just prep up something, and then I think I'm going to get out of here. Turkey Steam! Welcome in. Another creator. I think these days, Turkey is only streaming, but I could have made that potato. Hope the weather's good outside. Alright, I don't need any of this junk. Let's get out of here. Alright, I'll check the bin, I guess.
This'll come in handy.
No, I didn't watch the Cougar video. It seems clear that I guess they got some advanced stuff, because he released that like at the same time that they released their update video. So I watched the update video and then I saw that he had that out, but I was setting up for my stream. Yeah, if you guys can handle the no commentary videos, if you watch the Got Milk's playlist where he did that Purist Outer Nagoya East challenge, you can learn a lot from that. I learned so much watching him play that. Seriously impressive. Yeah, Loons, it seems like the Cougar. Yeah, let's do the shortcut down here. Just run across here. I'm gonna mess this up so badly and get myself hurt. And we just drop down on here. Okay. It's like nothing, but it means you don't have to mess around with all that. What am I doing? I gotta drink something? Let's have some coffee. Too encumbered. Thought I planned that out perfectly. Well, we don't need painkillers. Those are useless. I guess I'll keep the antibiotics for now. Fur is kind of junk. Grab some of these. Add torches, including the one that I'm about to let go out because I wasn't paying attention. It's okay, we got sun. I gotta use some of this accelerant. That's the problem. We won't need books for a long time. Have some extra cans. Okay, we're good. I'll start a mag lens fire in a bit. Although, honestly, you know, it's like I've got tons of matches. I've got the fire striker. We're not gonna run out of matches. No, Jan, especially because I need to stop starting new series. Like, I need to work on some of my old series. I feel bad. I've started a few recently that just, for one reason or another, it's, they just kind of fade out, or I lose interest, or the game completely changes out from underneath me. So I think we are going to continue the Frankie series. It might be a week or two because I have to decide if I want to add the Cougar to it and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'll add the Cougar, but just because we're kind of locked to one region, I want to make sure that it's not going to be really annoying. And then I think I'm going to continue the No-Go Tales as well. Yeah, for this one, it's like no option for scurvy, no option for cougar, no feats. You just jump right into the game. You choose male or female, and you name your game, and that's it. On Frankie, I think I don't know. It's like less than 150 days, I think. It's like 140 or something. It's really not that much because I've been playing pretty slowly. And we went on pause for a while. Wait, what's wrong with the cougar? I don't see why that would be so bad. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about it is it sounds like, just from the update video, it sounds like they're going to force you, like they're not going to give you the opportunity to keep your eyes and ears open and actually see the cougar. It's just going to attack you out of nowhere with, like, you didn't even have a chance to see it. I'm not really a huge fan of that. And then, like, you just have to take a shot at it after the struggle. Okay, let everything go cold. Let's just go up to the cave here and start a fire.
Sure getting cold.
Yeah, my favorite stuff they've added, oddly enough, is probably the ptarmigans and the fishing update. I really like the idea behind the tip-ups. Even though, like, you can use them in a broken way, I think that they were a great addition. Okay, we need to be in the front, right? Yeah, we need to be here to be able to use the mag lens. And I think we're burning some lamp oil on this, just because we don't want the carry weight. So where's the nearest place I can sleep? I guess I could go down to Anglers. I don't know. Every time I get here, I'm like, oh, I could go down to Anglers and get the fish and get the arrowheads and stuff, but it's just like, I don't wanna. I wanna leave. Like, I already got the stuff I came for. If I go to Anglers, it's just a waste of time. This is the problem with knowing where all the loot is. Like, if they just, had random loot, then it wouldn't be like, oh, well, I don't need to go there because there's nothing interesting there. Imagine if they had the forges at a random spot, so you just had to search around until you found one. I understand why they didn't do that, but it would be, it would certainly change how the game is played. Alright, do I even want to wait around for everything to warm up? I guess. Let's, jiggle these, pick these up, get some more started. Do I have any, make some herbal tea as well. I must have some, like, crafting stuff. Yeah, let's pick some rose hips. Yeah, Jen, it's just normal Loper. Like, all the loot is the same. pretty much, from what I can tell. You regenerate a third of your health every night for free, plus you get the birch bark and the herbal teas. I forgot to grab torches. I'm going to do that now. I mean, all the clothing that you always find in the same spots, I found all that stuff. The plane crash loot seemed to be pretty normal. The summit loot. The other crates that weren't at the summit. Yeah, it just seems like it's standard Loper loot. So Got Milk, since you know this, I'm going to ask you for a specific spoiler. Can you tell me when the next affliction kicks in? I got the one that kicks in after 24 hours, but I'm just curious when I'll see the next one. Because I'm thinking about trying to keep the stream going until that point, but if it's like day 10, I'm not going to do that. I'll be interested to see how somebody like Zach plays this mode, because he like has the skills to play Nogoa, but he's like very impatient and plays things very risky and like likes to let his health get low. So I think he'll play this like normal Loper, which I mean I've done that basically so far. Like I've let it go with my health going down to like under half almost every day so far, and then just healing up later. Nice, Got Milk. So you can't spoil the one thing that I'm interested in. That's fine. I think we'll take this to 5 days elapsed, and then I'll end the stream there because I'm starting to wear out a little bit. So, Got Milk, you can probably tell me this. I'm assuming that at a certain point there's not going to be health recovery. And so, what I'm wondering is, will we still be able to make the birch bark tea and drink it for the warmth, even though we can't get health regen from it? Because that, I think, will be a major departure from like late game Nogoa. If that turns out to be the case. What am I doing when I get to Timberwolf? I can go to the deer clearing cave and I don't even know. Like, I basically am done with these two regions now. I already did the summit, so we basically just want to get out of here. Do I even need another tea? Oh, that tea got cold while I was drinking it. Didn't get anything from it. Alright, so I think this is my plan. I don't actually care about this run, so I'm gonna go into the cave and I'm just gonna pass time until we get to 5 days survived. Maybe that's how I'm gonna play this mode. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start a new save and I'll just get like the minimal amount of food that you need to survive with starvation, and I'll just pass time indoors for like 40 days until we have all the afflictions and then play the game. I don't know. Maybe that'll be way too hard, but it would be funny. Okay, I guess we should walk to the other side while we still have a torch lit. And then we'll do this thing. Yeah, Loons, that would have been great. I actually like the idea of having the tea be something that you can keep on having, but then you just don't get the overpowered warmth buff out of it. Wait, where am I? Did I miss a cutoff here? Oh, here we go. I was looking at chat. This is not something that I normally have to deal with in my normal gameplay. Okay, so let's see if we can trigger the next affliction. I don't know if any of you were here earlier when I was talking about this, but the very first cave I went into was the secluded shelf cave, and there was no coal anywhere inside it, and I got really excited because I thought they removed all the coal from misery mode, or at least most of it. But that did not turn out to be the case, unfortunately. Alright, let's just go back inside to create a save. I don't know why I stepped out in the first place. We're wasting some really good time. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of messing up here. Because I don't have a bedroll or anything. Where's the nearest place to sleep? Whatever. We'll just do it. I'll figure it out the next time I start this save up. So we need to... Let's forget about food. Yeah, I'm going to do a bunch of dumb stuff here. What time is it? It is day 5. But it's... Yeah, we only need to pass like 12, 14 hours. Alright, I guess I'll eat. We'll keep that part of this alive. I can't eat the food poisoning food, because then if I get food poisoning, I'm not going to be able to sleep it off. Alright, whatever. We're just going to eat a ton of cattails.
Because I'm gonna eat a tree.
Yeah, the thing about the Maglens rabbit farm, though, is that you don't have to do it in just one spot. You can just do it in a spot where there's a birch bark area for you to harvest, and then every once in a while you can just travel to a new region using your keys to travel. Plus, I mean, you probably want to do some traveling to maintain your bear coats and stuff, because you want all the warm clothing to make it easier to do the rabbit farming without losing health. Alright, this is extremely silly. We're just gonna waste like 16 hours here. This is what I think of your extremely difficult challenge, Hinterland. We're just gonna pass time. Oh man, I don't have any water. Now we have to waste our, like, coffees and teas and stuff. Or we just take damage, I guess. Yeah, let's just take damage. Okay, about 12 hours to go, I think. Yeah, I should have saved the coffees, because if I ever play this again after today, I'm probably going to want to drink those coffees so I can get back to the Mountaineer's hut or something to actually sleep. I can just craft a snow shelter.
I just need to close my eyes.
Okay, I kind of regret not going for starvation now. Because now I have to eat all these cattails before I can pass time again. Oh yeah, I'm really good at playing solitaire now. One up and six down sounds absolutely miserable in like a dark cave overnight.
I'll die if I don't drink soon.
Which is what Astrid just did. Like, how do you even play that? Okay, we should be nearly there. Should be just before noon. Because I think you spawn just before noon. Or maybe that part is random. Uh-oh. Days survived 5. Maybe I need to, like, save the game. Loons, I don't think you can cheat death, because I started a game and jumped off a cliff to try to cheat death, and it wouldn't let me. Like, it just took me to the end game screen. Yeah, let's have a coffee. Solve 2 of our problems at once. Okay, so I'm thinking that it might not be until day 10, and I'm not going to sit here and pass time for 5 days. Yeah, I just passed time for an hour. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, it's afternoon now. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, Loons, but so in the update video they said that when you cheat death, sometimes it'll be just a temporary debuff. So I think it would have to be like you start your game. Yeah. Not there, Astro. Just this one. Man, I wish they would give you like at least a timer, like to tell you that something unknown is going to happen eventually. Maybe it's randomized? That could be it, because the first one could be after 24 hours, or maybe that's randomized too. I don't know, just wait for Bashrib to make a video on it, I guess. But yeah, I was certainly looking forward to the cheat death 3 times spawn in this mode, but that didn't happen. I wonder. The other thing I thought was maybe like you have to survive for a certain amount of time. So has anybody actually done this yet? Has anybody spawned into a new game? Like what's it called? I don't know. Voyager, and just
surrounded by snow.
Immediately jumped off a
Nothing to
cliff
drink.
to see if they can get the cheat death to happen. I'm sick of the cave music. We're going to the main screen. You tested it on Nogoa, and how did it work? Did it like did you just get killed 3 times immediately, and then you were able to play after that? Vash. You know what? I might do a community poll to see if anybody actually cares, but Got Milk's idea of just going and getting spoiled on what all the afflictions are and how long it takes for them to come into play. It's actually sounding really tempting to me, because I don't know if I want to play another 40 days of this just to find out whether it's going to be interesting. You just freeze to death. Oh, so you probably have the answer to this. Does your frostbite go away when you cheat death? Because that was something I was planning to test. Because I could see that being a thing that people would do. Oh, I got frostbite. Well, I'm just gonna just gonna get myself killed real quick, so I don't have to deal with frostbite for the rest of the run. So I don't have to see that red marker. Yeah, I mean, really they should have just added cheat frostbite to the game. There's no need for cheat death. Alright, Lance. Thanks for hanging out. I'm about to wrap up here. I'm just, Yes, too bad we didn't get to see the second affliction, but we got a brief intro to what this mode will look like. Alright everyone, I am exhausted. I'm probably gonna go look up the stuff, and oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Alright. Thanks, Turkey. Thanks everyone. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to do some thinking and see if I want to turn this into a stream series or just a regular series or what. Alright, catch you guys later.